Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a little after 8. Had a little bit of a difficult time getting that thing started right there, but welcome, welcome. We're doing YouTube and Facebook today. So excuse the gruffiness. It's been a very, very long day for me. Um, First of all, let me say thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes. Today is my birthday. Thank you so very much. Today is the 30th anniversary of my 21st birthday. So I want to say thank you to everyone. And in this video, it's not a training, it's not a this, it's not a sales pitch. I literally just want to give you something for free. And I want to make sure that you're seeing this. I'm not I want to answer your questions. It's a live Q&A. I have had a lot of ups and downs in my business life, right? Just talking about that. But that's natural. It is what it is. And I know that there are a lot of people that will say, they've never done this and this bad thing has never happened, so on and so forth. But for me, all those things happen, right? I lost money. I made mistakes. I've done all those things to get to this point that I'm at right now. And it wasn't an easy road. It wasn't an easy journey. It was very difficult for me to get here. It was hard. I felt everything on the way here, and I'm probably going to feel a lot of emotions as I move, to the next level and go on to whatever it is I'm trying to do. So what I want to do here is just have literally a live Q&A, and I want to answer your questions about whatever, if it means the state of the economy that we're in today and how, as a real estate investor, we can move forward in that, or you're getting started in real estate and you don't exactly know what to do, or you want to talk about creative financing situations because you've heard about them but you don't know what to do. Whatever it is that is on your heart, I want to give you the answers. I'm not going to half-ass answer. I'm not going to give you, the sign up for this course answer. I'm literally just going to tell you what to do. So if you're watching this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it a replay of it wherever you're going to watch it, or you're hearing it on the podcast, I want you to know that I just want you to send me your messages. The chats are open, right? The live chat is open. It's going to be here on the replay, so I'll be able to kind of have an understanding of who's commenting, and I can follow up with you and get that information to you and share with you some things. Because the reality of it is, the real estate market is changing. It's changing. And I would like to say that it was a typical change, like it's just the kind of change we've seen in the past, but it's not. It's not because of the buyers that are in the market right now. We've got institutional investors on many, many different levels, private and public and so on and so forth, that are buying up absolutely everything and changing the landscape of the industry as we know it, literally the industry as we know it. And I don't think most people truly understand what that is, but you definitely feel the effects of it. You're feeling the effects of super high values in real estate. You're feeling the effects of super high rents in pretty much every market. You're feeling the effects of inflation across the board, but you're not really making any more money. I mean, if inflation is 10% and you're getting a 3% increase in your job, what is the point? I mean, literally. Thank you, but we need to be doing some other things. So moving forward in the real estate market, until we start to get some questions, moving forward in the real estate market, hey, everybody. Hey, what's up, Derek Thomas? Kristen, what's going on? Again, share your questions. Whatever it is you want to learn about real estate, now's the time. Let me give it to you. So we're moving into a time, and we've been there, where wholesaling as we've known it is a little difficult, right? Because values are so high. It doesn't mean that it can't be done. It's still being done. I mean, we're wholesaling deals, so it's still going to be done. But it's definitely slowed down, and people aren't making massive amounts of money. I mean, yeah, for sure, there are deals that are getting done where people are making 15, 20, 30,000. It depends on the market that you're in, of course, but you need to know that you're not going to get 50 of those deals a month right now. You're just not. So you have to be creative. And I don't care what anybody says, unless you've got a massive, massive machine that's working around you. I mean, massive. You're spending, you know, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month in marketing, or you set up a network where other people are shoveling deals your way, which is another great way to go about it. But unless that's occurring, you're just like most of us out here trying to do, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 deals a month to, to live the life that you want and move forward into whatever it is you want to move into. So having an understanding of that right now, that means you have to be creative right now. What does that mean? What does creative mean? It means creative financing structure. It doesn't matter if you have money in your pocket. It truly doesn't, especially in this kind of a market. And I don't mean this is the only time. I mean, when times are great and there's wholesale deals left and right, you can go and put it under contract, get a 10-day due diligence, use that time to market it, never putting in any money of your own, and doing deals. No money down deals, right? Truly no money down deals. But there are other true no money down deals in subject twos. You just have to look for them. Now that we're in the part of the cycle where values have peaked, for the most part, across the country, values have peaked. We're seeing longer days on market for retail real estate, but people are also losing their jobs. People are relocating because they can't afford to live in certain cities, and they own this real estate that maybe they bought it in the last 2 or 3 years. And depending on where it is, again, it's all different. I mean, all markets are different. Even little tiny bits and pieces of certain markets are different, right? Inside Atlanta, there's pockets that are going to continue to go up, and there's pockets that are going to fall, just fall because they didn't make it to a certain place quite yet. But that's the same everywhere. So what do I mean when I say creative financing? Okay, I'm talking about not just subject twos, but that's basically where we're going to kind of start. That's how you're going to do a lot of these deals. There are owner financing situations that are available to you as well, where the owner of a property can finance you, on that property. There's wraparound mortgages that you can put in place. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do, but I want to kind of keep it simple until someone has a question that is going to, take me there. So right now, since we know that days on market are being, elongated, they're there a little bit longer than they typically have been in the past few years. And a lot of people that are investing, or at least that have started to invest, are not really, you don't know what it feels like. If you started investing in 13 or 14 or 12 or 11, you never felt the pain of a correction. You've never felt it, because we haven't had one. We haven't had a market correction. It hasn't been there. So now that we're having it, you need to know how to maneuver inside that. And how you maneuver inside there when prices are so high, interest rates are so high, wholesale values are so high because people just want to get it. You have to find the niches. Where are the niches? So I've been able to find some niches in the wholesale side, and that is a lot of people do not want to do large renovations. So one of the suggestions that I have for people, and I don't recommend this for everyone, you have to have not only the appetite for it, but you have to have the team, okay, in place for it. So you got to go raise some money, and you can buy, like in Atlanta, there are 700, 800, 900 square foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, old beat up houses all over the place. No one wants to touch them because in order to get the value in most of the neighborhoods, you got to add some square footage to it. Maybe add, make it a 14 or a 15 or a 1,600 square foot home. But that means you have to buy it at the right price. You have to absolutely buy it at the right price. Buying it at the right price, knowing what your renovation cost is, the time to do this massive renovation, and then how many days is it really going to take to sell on market? That is all going to depend on the niche. Or I should say, I won't say the niche, but it's a financial niche. Where are the properties being sold that, okay, the average house in America right now is 380 some odd $1,000. It's a lot, but not every place is like that. So some places, most places, if you can get a property where the value is below, let's say 300,000, right? 250 to, let's say, three and a quarter. That is a sweet spot for most big cities for sure. Here in Atlanta, it's a sweet spot without a doubt. They're not even building new homes right now here that are starting under 350,000. It's 400,000 and up. There are some places that are 350, but under 350, that's distant right now. So those are places that you can do deals, but you have to raise money or have money. And if you have the money and you don't have the ability to do it, you need to align yourself with someone who does. You need to align yourself with someone who has the skill set, who has the experience, who has the connections, where all these things are going to be done in a timely manner. That is extremely important. Another thing is, like I talked about, the subject twos. Homes are going to be on the market now for a specific. Right now, they're on there for, I mean, here anyway, approaching, I think they're at 3 weeks right now, so it's slowing down. 4, 5, 6 months ago, it was 2 days, 3 days. Now it's completely different. So knowing that that is the case, you want to make sure today that you're getting a property, because here's who you're going to be talking to, and there's so many different ways that you can go about it. You can do it anywhere that you want to do it, and you can do it in a lot of different ways. You can get old school and just call up agents. You can send letters. You can get with an agent friend or of yours and say, hey, listen, I need to get listings that are 60 days old, right? Because if it's been on the market 60 days, there's something going on there. Or I'm looking for expired listings. That's another great place. Why is it expired? Obviously, it didn't sell. Why didn't it sell? What was it listed for? Did they ever come down in price? What is that area? What are the price homes that selling for in that area right now? And you can kind of determine, okay, these people were overpriced. Why were they overpriced? Do a little research. When did they buy the property? They bought it a year and a half ago. Now they have to sell it. Oh my God, what happened? They lost their job. They have to move. Something's going on, right? And they got to get on, but they can't sell it. Maybe they don't have enough equity in the property to pay for everything. Pay the agent that 6% that they're going to want right now. And we're now seeing the resurgence of buyers asking for concessions. So that's 1 or 2% right now, maybe 3, depends on the market, but definitely 1 or 2%. But they couldn't sell it because they didn't have the money or the equity to pay for everything, even though they need to get it off their books. They need to get it off their financial books because they can't afford it. They're moving, whatever their situation is. You get in contact with them and you start talking to them, and you do these subject to deals. You do owner financing opportunities. You do wraparound mortgages, and that's just in different kind of situations. You should really talk to your attorney wherever you are, because different things apply to different people in different places. True story. So I'm just telling you the options that we have and how we can actually make those things work. So in doing that and understanding that, you can go out there right now and you can do it. And some of you may say, because I get a lot of messages, well, how do we find the deals? How do we market for the deals? How do we negotiate? How can we close them down? Listen, if you've got someone that's on the phone that you're talking to, you're communicating with, and you're not sure exactly how to close them, I implore you to reach out to me. I'll help you. I'm not going to charge you. I'll help you close them. I will help you close them out, because it is that significant to me. I mean, this is a business that is life-changing. There are tremendous peaks, but if you do it wrong and you make mistakes, there are tremendous valleys. and I've seen them all. I've been a part of it, right? So I share how to avoid some of these pitfalls. I want to share with you again for free how to avoid some of these pitfalls. I'm not here trying to pitch you on anything. I literally want to give of myself. I feel today, after the day that I've had, and it's been a trying day. It's a trying day without going into it. It's been a trying day. It is my birthday, and I do thank you all. And that's not why it's been trying. It's been trying because of other issues that I have to deal with, that we all have to deal with in our lives. But what today made me understand is that it doesn't matter, what I do out there in the world. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't. What matters most is the impact that you have on other people in your life, even people that aren't in your immediate circle that you can potentially assist. I understand how difficult this business can be. I understand how difficult it can be to understand that even some of the education that go and purchase for 25, 30, 50, $80,000 to be. So that's why I'm giving of you for free. Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So if you do have questions, whatever it is you want to know about real estate, whatever issue you may be having in your real estate business right now, it doesn't have to just be about a deal. It can be about a marketing strategy. It can be about a contracting issue. It can be about a permitting issue. Whatever the issue is, I want you to ask and let me help you work through it. Because I've pretty much at this point been through almost everything in real estate. I mean, in this industry, I can't imagine something that I haven't been a part of or haven't seen. I mean, it's crazy, some of the things that we have to deal with out here, but it's true. I mean, things happen. It is what it is. And I've been through it, right? So as we're moving forward, just to kind of go with what I've been saying, as we move forward in the economy that we're in, knowing that we're going to have more of a market correction, there are going to be a lot of people, properties, I should say, that it's people that are going to wind up with significant reason or another, right? You have companies that are allowing people to work from home, but they're paying them less because the cost isn't, they're not going to spend a bunch of money on gas and time, parking, Starbucks, because they're at home doing their thing, right? So companies want to pay less. Okay, you want to stay home? We'll pay you less. Maybe they just bought a house, they can't afford it now, right? Being paid less means that they have to make more money, and everybody isn't entrepreneurial minded. So their job is, that's it. That's their income. That's it. No more, no less. So they have to make some changes in their life. Those things are going to happen. People go through things. And when homes are put on the market and they're priced too high, some of those people, they don't have to sell. We're only looking for the ones that want to sell or need to sell. Talking to agents, just cold calling them. You don't even have to have a relationship with them. You could call 100 of them, and there's probably going to be 2 of them that say, you know what, I got somebody that's in a situation that you may be able to help them out of, right? Fine. Then you just build those relationships, but you put yourself out there. And as you build those relationships with those agents, if you're not already an agent yourself, but you don't need to be, right? You're just developing relationships now, and you can buy these. You don't have to. These lists that I'm about to rip off, you don't have to get them from an agent. You can actually buy them from multiple different services out there. Expired listing service, expired in the past 30 days, expired in the past 60 days. I personally don't recommend going to for sale by owners because generally for sale by owners are not always. If you want to put forth a little bit of effort there and say, hey, listen, I'm willing to do ABC in order to get XYZ. And some of them will be able, willing and able to listen to you, but a lot of them will not. A lot of them will not. For sale by owner people, generally speaking, are not an easy bunch to get along with because they have a totally blown out view of what their property's worth. They want to save all the money. They don't have the context. They believe that all I need to do is just drop it on the internet and it's going to sell. And I got to be honest, and there's some truth to that in the market that we're in today with companies like Open Door and all these private equity firms that are pretty much paying close to retail value for a lot of these properties. Not going to go into why they do it. We understand why they do it. They do it to make money, but these are companies that can make a lot of money off 1 or 2 and 3%. We can't do that. So we have to be we have to be first to the door. We have to make the best impression, and we have to close fast in order to do a lot of those deals. But a lot of them want all the money, and structuring a deal where, hey, listen, I'll give you exactly what you asked for in terms of price, but I want to get my terms. These are decades, okay? It's nothing new. It's just maybe new to some of you, right? Maybe it's new to you. Maybe it's new to you, but it's not new. It's so old, right? It's more than decades old. It's hundreds of years old. You can do what you want to do with your property. The only thing you have to do is understand what you can do and then negotiate your way into it. Subject twos are a great way to do that, especially again, the market that we're going into, because there's going to be so much opportunity on the MLS, expired listings, homes that have been on there for, like, right now, if I look at a house that's been on the MLS overpriced for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different reasons. It's overpriced. And time. But I think that it's important as we move into the kind of cycle that we are, but because I want you to have it. I get it, man. I talk to people all the time. They just don't know. And these are the places we need to look. If you have some money, if you can raise some money, if you can, in certain markets, it's going to be really easy to find